Hi, everybody. We are working in our grammar book, pages 22 and 23. And this week we're going to be talking about compound sentences. A compound word is when we take two words and we put them together, like rainbow, rainbow. There are two words, hot and dog. We put those two words together and then it's a compound word. So a compound sentence is when we take two simple sentences and we turn them into one sentence by putting a word like and or but in between them. So here's their example. I live in a desert. I like to hike. We could take those two sentences and put them into one sentence using the word and. I live in the desert and I like to hike. A simple sentence has a subject and a verb and very little else. I like to hike. I live in the desert. It's a simple sentence. And we take them and we put them together into a compound sentence. So here's a different example. The days are hot. The nights are cool. Here they've used the word but in between. The days are hot, but the nights are cool. So that's what a compound sentence is. And in today's work, we're going to look at a compound sentence and we're going to circle the linking word called a conjunction. We're going to circle that and we're going to write the two sentences that make up the compound sentence. So in our first one, we have the beach is crowded, but we have fun. So, but is that conjunction or connecting word. So when we write our two sentences, we're going to take that out. So our first sentence is here. The beach is crowded. Starting with a capital, making sure to leave a little bit of space so my words are easy to read. The beach is crowded, period. Now I'm going to come over here on the other side of my conjunction or linking word. And here's my second sentence. We have fun. It is a new sentence now, so we need to capitalize the first word. So now we have two sentences instead of one. We swim in the water and we play in the sand. Start by circling the conjunction. And then what we have left are two sentences. So we just pretty much replace that comma and capitalize the second one. So here we go. Here's our first sentence. We swim in the water. It's a sentence, so I end with a period instead of a comma. And then our second sentence, we're just going to capitalize. We play in the sand. Period. Number 3, I find shells and Jess sees a crab. What's our conjunction here? What's the linking word that we need to circle? And. Here's my first sentence. I find shells. There's my second sentence. And it already starts with a capital because it's a name. Jess sees a crab. Now, when you're writing, in your writing, sometimes we do want short sentences. If the whole thing has short sentences, sometimes it can sound static and it doesn't flow. But sometimes we use these conjunctions too much. So if this were a paragraph, they could say, the beach is crowded, but we have fun and we swim in the water and we play in the sand and I find shells and Jess sees a crab, and it's all one long sentence. That's called a run-on sentence, and we don't want that either. Okay? So sometimes it's useful to have two simple sentences. Sometimes you can break up that by having a compound sentence. But we do need to watch out that we don't make our sentence go on forever. I forgot my period. All right. Number 4, it is time to go, but we will be back. Where is that conjunction? But we will be back. So here we go. It is time to go, period. I think they did mention that it's got a comma. Make sure that when you're writing those compound sentences, you don't forget the comma just before your linking word or conjunction. And then capitalize. We will be back, period. And number 5, I want to go hiking, but I hurt my knee. What's the word we need to take out there? Good. And then those are the two sentences. I want to go hiking, period. And this one also starts with a capital already because it's the word I. I hurt my knee. Excellent. If you need to pause to catch up, go ahead and do it here because I'm going to move on to page 23. Here we're going to do the opposite. We're still talking about our compound sentence. It's formed when two simple sentences are put together. The simple sentences are combined using a comma and a linking word conjunction, such as and or but. Simple sentences. We went to the shore. We bought fruit. Compound sentence. We went to the store and we bought fruit. Simple sentence. I like apples. Wendy likes pears. Compound sentence. I like apples, but Wendy likes pears. Now, on this page, we are going to take the two simple sentences and make the compound sentence. They're telling us which word to use. In the top two, we're going to use the word and in the bottom two, we're going to use the word but. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to know which one to use. And in some circumstances, you could use either one. It just depends on how it sounds to you, if it's giving the message that you want to send. Mom gets a cart. Tina pushes. Mom gets a cart. Tina pushes. We are going to add the comma and the word and. So we're going to start with that first sentence. Mom gets a cart. Now, instead of that period, we're going to put the comma. We're going to use the word and then we're going to do our second sentence. Now, the second sentence is Tina pushes, and we're going to keep that capital because it's a name. Tina pushes, period. Mom gets a cart and Tina pushes. So here's our second two. They buy milk. They buy eggs. Again, we're going to combine them using the word and. So here's our first sentence. They buy milk. Instead of my period, I'm going to put a comma. And this is the second sentence, they buy eggs. Here, this isn't a name. The only reason it has a capital is because it was the beginning of a sentence. Now it's not. It's in the middle of the sentence. So we're going to use a small t here. They buy eggs. Period. Excellent. Now down here, same thing, only we're going to use the word but, which usually means you are contrasting. I am not tired, but Lee is sleepy. We're not the same, right? It's a difference. That's usually when you use that word. So we're going to combine these. Here's my first sentence. I am not tired. No period. I'm going to put the comma. I'm going to use the word but. Here again, we have a name. So we're going to keep the capital. Lee is sleepy. Period. I am not tired, but Lee is sleepy. And our last one, the salad is fresh. The bread is old. So again, they're contrasting those two items, right? Here's our first sentence. The salad is fresh. Not a period. We're going to use the comma and the word but. Here, our second sentence, the bread is old. This word the is only a capital because it's the beginning of a sentence. So now when we have it in the middle of our sentence, we're not going to use the capital. We're going to use the lowercase. The bread is almost out of space. Old. Period. So boys and girls, if you need to pause, go right ahead. Otherwise, thank you for working hard, and I will see you again next time.